421 from Hoboken to Mountain Station today on the M&E Morristown line. A lot of rail fans have been telling me how great Mountain Station is and what a beautiful station it is, beautiful area. This spectacular sunny day, I figured I'd take them up on it and check it out. But now, as you look at Hoboken Terminal Tower building, see what we can see in the diesel shed if I can get a good view from this area. .4101 was sitting outside the diesel shed yesterday. See if it's out there today. Notice the sort of light gray coating on top that was put on to prevent leaks. Still have a sizable fleet of these General Electric cars. Still there, along with the 4904 that was coupled to it yesterday. Just got off 421 at Mountain Station. I got 2:10 p.m. I'm gonna stay here until maybe 7 o'clock tonight. You're looking at the beautiful Mountain Station. It was built in 1915 by the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western. This is a beautiful neighborhood. People have been bragging about what a great place it is to railfan here, and I decided finally in this beautiful weather to take them up on it. Mountain Station is located in South Orange, New Jersey, home of Seton Hall University. That's why they call it fall. Lovely neighborhood. Track configuration is 2, 3, and 1. Left to right. 224, here comes 6631 from Penn Station, New York to Dover, passing some real fine fall color. Blowing the falling leaves. Those Midtown direct trains from New York, about 98% of them don't stop here, but there are a few that do, and we should see a couple of those examples. The primary trains that stop here at Mountain Station are the Gladstone branch trains. You can see this station has rather narrow platforms, which don't blend well with large railfan gatherings. Not much room to work. All right, approaching westbound at 254. He's coming down the hill past here. It's a rather significant descent coming from the east to pass by here. Between 877 and route from Hoboken to a distant suburb of Hackettstown. Looks like he's got a GP40 FH2 in Metro North colors. That's one of the Hackettstown trains that run via the Morristown line. There are some rush hour trains that run via the Boonton line. Yeah, it's going to get a little busy here. Coming westbound, about to descend the hill, is 6635 from Penn Station, New York to Dover. And this is an unusual train, and for a Midtown Direct train, it's going to stop here. There's a bunch of school kids waiting to board. Should have 6648 from Dover to New York barreling through here also. That was 6648, Dover to New York. This is one of the lower horsepower ALP 46s. And approaching, heading towards Hoboken, is train 426 at 308, Gladstone to Hoboken. He'll be stopping here. Got Arrow MUs. Then coming down the hill at 313 is train 423, Hoboken to Gladstone, with more Hour MUs. As more leaves drop on the rail, this will become a very difficult station to come into. Coming down the hill, you got to be very careful trying to stop here. Now we got something interesting coming eastbound at 322. A lot of spray is coming out of him. This might be the Aqua Train. I saw it last week going out of Summit westbound. Here comes the Aqua Train. GP40 PH-2 4111, former CNJ. Oh, here comes 6650, Dover to New York at 3:37. We got two westbounds coming. The one on track 3 is 6639 from New York to Dover. He goes nonstop Newark Broad Street to Short Hills. And the one on track 1 coming is 6339 from New York to Summit. He's more of a local. It's a prelude to the rush hour. I'm told that's quite a common occurrence during the rush hour period. Well, approaching is 485 from Hoboken to Bernardsville. 401. Here comes 428, Gladstone to Hoboken at 4:08. Well, at 4:14, here comes train 6654, Dover to New York. One of those rare trains that stop here, going to Penn Station. one of the more prettier depots on this former Lackawanna main line. Well, approaching is 8:53 from Hoboken to Mount Olive at 4:23. Heading down track 3 with one of the newer Alp 45s with the LED lights. Well, he's running off the overhead catenary as far as he can go. He'll shift over to diesel at Dover, most likely. Got an eastbound at 4:25. He's not stopping. Got one of the veteran ALP 46As. Here comes 6656 from Dover to New York. Non-stop through here, of course. Another drag race. Track 3, we've got 6641 New York to Dover with 6341 New York to Summit coming in for a stop. Here's another one of those Midtown direct trains that stop here. Quite a few. A number of Summit trains do, but not many Dovers do. ALP shoving. You heard a little nudge when he started. The rear of the train was probably still on the descending grade east of the station, so it was actually sort of pushing the train once it released the brake. Right, approaching at 4:52 is 427, Hoboken to Gladstone. This is an express. Limited stop train as far as Milburn. Those arrows are moving. Approaching at 4:55 is train 430, Gladstone to Hoboken. What magnificent color here. He's going to be stopping. Love those AA2 horns. Approaching at 5:02 is 6658, Dover to New York. Okay, approaching at 5:07. This should be train 643, a Hoboken to Dover, Arrow MU. A rarity having the MUs to Dover. They're mostly Midtown direct trains from New York. Well, here comes 660, Dover to Hoboken with push-pull equipment at 5:12. Sounded like he was digging in for the climb. $5:17, we have an eastbound kind of a shop move or something. Couple of ALP 46As that look like they need to be shopped. Okay, approaching west at 5:18 is 6343. It's a New York to Summit train that'll be stopping here. 6643 from New York to Dover should be overtaking him pretty soon. Eastbound at 522. I think this is equipment. Okay, 523, here comes 6643, New York to Dover. I've definitely noticed a pattern with these trains. The 6600 series trains and the 6300 series trains seem to, if they're on time, overtake each other around here. 532 approaching is 429. Hoboken to Gladstone Express. Flying Arrows. Yeah, time is 5:35. The sun is setting now. We've lost that glistening reflection on the foliage. Approaching is 6:45. That's another Hoboken Dover Arrow MU. He's going to stop here. Approaching is 432, Gladstone Hoboken. This will be the last Gladstone Hoboken train I'll see. Yeah, 432 is the last train out of Gladstone for several hours. They don't run any other trains out of there because of the onslaught of Gladstone-bound rush hour trains. That was 6647, New York to Dover train. Shortly we should have 6431, a New York to Gladstone train, one of two that they operate each way during the rush hours. Okay, at 5:50 this should be 6431, the New York Gladstone train. work those New York Gladstone trains are senior crews. They start their shift in the morning with an AM rush hour train to New York. They idle all day and then go back to Gladstone in the evening. This train approaching at 5:54 should be 8:07 from Hoboken to Lake Hopatcong. Powered by my good friend F40PH-2 Cat 4119. I rode behind him to MSU yesterday. Here comes 330 from Summit to Hoboken with Arrow MUs that he'll stop here. He's ascending the grade to Highland Avenue, his next stop. .558, we have another eastbound. It was an equipment train with the poor man's armed forces unit. Compared to the blue unit, it's not quite as flashy. Well, approaching at 6 o'clock on the dot as daylight fades. 433, Hoboken Gladstone Express. By at 6:05. That was 6651, New York to Dover. Mountain Station at twilight. It's almost dark. Today is November the 3rd. On Sunday, the 6th, we fall back. 6:14, here comes 6653, New York to Dover. No, I think this is 337, Hoboken to Summit. fun watching these warriors work today. Oh, here comes 6664 at 6:14. This is one of those Dover to New York trains that stop here. I'll be hanging around here until 7 o'clock. They'll take 3:30 back to Hoboken. Sounds like the wheel slip mechanism is working. Oh, here comes 6651 from New York to Dover at 6:17. I hear a diesel on the back of this. Eastbound at 6:20. Ka-thump. It's got to go to the shop. 6:27. This should be 881 to Hackettstown. Long trip ahead of him still. Looks like he's coming close here. PL42s. A beautiful twilight sky. All right, 6:29. This should be 4:35 from Hoboken to Gladstone. Last night, I think he ran with the CNJ unit. Not tonight. And from the eastbound platform in front of the depot, approaching now is 6437. 6:35, this is the second and last through New York to Gladstone train. At 6:40 p.m., very bright LED lights. This could be 339 from Hoboken to Summit. And this might have a neat sounding horn on it. Boy, that's bright. That wasn't much. I thought I heard a K5 LLA horn in the distance, because they have a couple of those. One on a cab car and one on a locomotive, in addition to a K5 LLB. Even at 6:43, there's still a little glimmer of daylight in the sky. That was a Dover to New York train with some extra horn blasts. 6:48, here comes an eastbound Arrow MU. He won't be stopping here. Comes 6355 from New York to Summit. 6:48. Should have 6655 from New York to Dover coming soon too. Well, here comes our last express train at 6:55. That's 6655, New York to Dover. Approaching at 7 o'clock is my ride back to Hoboken, train 334, Summit to Hoboken with Arrow MUs. This has been one of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had rail fanning New Jersey Transit. It's a great area, very scenic, great foliage, lots of action, lots of variety, great weather. Couldn't ask for anything more than that. These Arrow MUs have put on a great show today.